Out here in the Everglades, among the marsh and grass, slithering in the South Florida soil, the python, which has preyed in our ecosystem for years. But could this invasive species now offer hope and help in fighting the coronavirus?
I was making some python oil out of the fats, and I met up with Daryl, gave him some samples, and he took it to the lab and shook it down and found the magic components inside.
The magic component. It's a natural substance found in plants, animals, and humans. It's called squalene. Daryl Thompson, Director of Scientific Initiatives, along with his team, they find answers and seek solutions for emerging epidemics and pandemics.
Well, on the surface, we find ourselves with a global problem here. We're going to have to vaccinate just nearly everyone. The resources for squalenes are limited. We need to find better sources. So I would encourage most scientists to look in their local backyard forests to try to find new ways to possibly make this a central ingredient.
That's where Dusty, better known as the Wild Man, comes in. His mission is to rid our environment of these reptiles. And now, with this new finding, he's hunting the ingredient.
Wow.
We have squalene in our liver. It circulates in our bloodstream, and it is used in vaccines to enhance our immune system's response to a shot.
Well, most people don't realize that the vaccines that we use require two parts. There's an antigen, which is part of the viral particle. Then there's an adjuvant, which primes the immune system. Before, we've used these for every kind of vaccine, such as influenza, but we've never really had to have an urgency for vaccines like we do today.
A source of squalene is deep water sharks, so scientists are looking for it on land.
Surprisingly, in the python, we found it to be very robust with this essential oil.
Like sharks, the python's metabolism works quickly to absorb large meals, and that's how the oil is produced. It's extracted from the fat, separated in a centrifuge, and look, you can actually see it. The squalene will fluoresce with a UV light.
There I go.
A vaccine would need 10 milliliters of the squalene per shot. A 10-foot python has about 35 grams of it. That's enough to make about 3,500 doses.
You don't want to squeeze it to death. This snake right here is number 4,171. I think we're doing pretty good on getting them under control, at least getting the numbers down.
Though Dusty dedicates his time to catching, killing, and repurposing parts of the snake, critics argue that this potential science solution is far-fetched because they're just hard to catch. This discovery, it's only about a month old, but in a time where there's pressure to produce high volume of vaccines, one of South Florida's most notorious reptiles are helping to meet that demand.
Whew. So not only could this help Florida get rid of a long-time problem, the invasive pythons, but scientists are also learning from these snakes on how to make the squalene and eventually create it artificially. In the past, they've used rats, mushrooms, other species, so this could help take the pressure off animal and botanical sources and, of course, keep up vaccine production. In the studio, Roxanne Vargas, NBC6 News.